So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this guy, Benjamin Pavard, I suppose he's going to be known now, Peter, for scoring one of the most memorable international goals ever. But the Frenchman is one of the best at his day job as well. Certainly very intelligent, having proved himself against some of the very best in the world.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. France are looking to break at pace. And it's Cancelo. And here's Yamal! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So, a breakthrough already. Digne. And here's Thuram. It's a really well-measured ball. Chooses to go back. Do it. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Thuram. Oh, this is a very good run. Thuram showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Digne. France finding their passes. Nice defending, it's got the job done. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That'll be a throw. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Thuram. Shot could be on. And he's gone backward here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That is a brilliant interception. De Jong. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Pedri knocks it into space. Camavinga. Here's Chouameni. And it's Doué. He's being urged to shoot. Shot at goal! That's another chance! Goal! France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
France go into the lead. It's Lewandowski! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Klaus. Can he get on the end of this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that is one way to stop him. Mbappe. And it's Camavinga. Digne providing an outlet on that flank. And that is out of play. In with the challenge. That's a sharp pass. Lewandowski. Threads one in. Mbappe. Camavinga. Digne. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Digne, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Quickly taken. De Jong, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Mbappe. And we've reached half-time. France come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
France are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And we are back on the way. Kubasi. Mbappe. And France can counter now. That's Doué. And he's lost his... And the finish! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. France take a 2-goal lead and a... Yamal! Now that is commitment to the cause. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. France are looking to go forward now. Looking for the run. Thuram receives it in a wide position. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
De Jong. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Saliba getting this one clear. Tries to play it through. Lewandowski! He's scored! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to...
Decent chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. France can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
France perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
And it's Digne. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Plays it in low. Can he spark a counter here? That is good strength. He's got away. Chance, surely! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now it's Camavinga. Now this could be a chance. Gavi. Araujo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. De Jong. Valde. That is lovely. De Jong. Kolumwani gets a foot in here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Just eases him off the ball.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it's...
Takes a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Zaire Emery. Nicely shaped ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the ball is out of play.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Balde. Deftly away. Christensen. And that will be the final act. France have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwavering. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. This looks promising. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Klaus clears. And he was quick to react. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Bellingham, great vision.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Valverde! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Alaba. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Tchouameni. Played out towards the right wing. Plays it in low. Camavinga is there to clear. Here's Tchouameni. And he shoots! And he's really put himself on the line here. Madrid with the corner, they're first. Valverde goes short. France are looking to go forward now. Ah, that's a fine interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
And they should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Valverde. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? France still without a single shot on target. Approaching the half-hour mark. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Bellingham. He's found a way through. Mbappe. Madrid claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Valverde. In with the challenge. And now a sudden chance to counter. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Chance! Goal! France! And France are in front.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Mbappe. That's a good ball. Do it.
France really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Klaus. And here's Zaire Emery. Looking for the run. Klaus receives it in a wide position. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's really well manoeuvred. He's found a way through. Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. France have the chance to go the other way. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And here's Thuram. Important interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Threads one in. He's had a shot! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Truly superb. And that'll be the last act of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
France certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
France are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Changement en cours.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. That pass isn't the best. Mendy gets over and intercepts, and it's Bellingham. Chouameni. Oh, easy pickings there. France do have a chance to counter here. Can he get it through? Thuram's cross. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Klaus. Oh, nice touch. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Goes for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That's a sharp pass. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Camavinga. Oh, super ball. And the shot! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's had it taken off him. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. That's very neat. That's the throw. And it's Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, that's clever. Now it's Mbappe. And he whips it in. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 18. Le numéro 9. Le numéro 10. À leur place, le numéro 11. Le numéro 19.
Tchouaméni.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no
That is
supply.
a great pick out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Kolo Muani deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Elise. And that is masterful defending. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Tchouaméni. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And it's made its way to him. Turns and goes back. Can he get on the end of this? He's in space and looking for options. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Klaus. He's being urged to shoot. Now there's a fine ball. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that has left him in a heap. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Klaus. Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
Elise, lovely. And the shot! Oh, crossbar! And he thumps it clear. And that is that. France are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I'm a real fan of this guy, Ruben Dias. Portugal do have the reputation, not just of producing great wingers, but great centre-halves too. And I see him as the latest in line. OK, he can be quite conservative, and he won't wow you with inch-perfect long-range passes, but he's incredibly solid.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Oh, played right into his path. He could be in here. Inacio did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nuno Mendes knocks it into space. Great vision. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! Goal! Portugal! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that interception was most necessary. Thuram! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Now it's Rafael Leao, pinches it off him. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. That's really well manoeuvred. Camavinga. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Tries to play it through. Now the ball in. It's a mighty effort! Goal, France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
France go into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Digne is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, that's fabulous. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Zaire Emery. He has a look out. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pedro Neto. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Portugal looking to pass their way through. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Nicely weighted ball. Ruben Neves. Half-time getting close now. Tries a measured ball. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
He welcomes it in. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's bustling through here. A lot of space there. Tries a shot! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. And we are back on the way. Pedro Neto. Chouameni. Doué. And it's Zaire Emery. Threads one in. Shot a goal! Superb goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Flings in across.
That's good defensive concentration.
That's very neat. Camavinga. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Portugal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Real chance! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
Changement.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Ruben Neves. João Felix. João Felix going full steam down the flank. Bernardo Silva. He's having a shot! Saliba gets good distance on it. And it's Neves. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Ball is over the line.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10. Le numéro
And it's
9.
managed to gift it back.
Le numéro 24. À leur place, le numéro 12. Le numéro
Digne,
20.
Camavinga,
Le numéro 11.
Colomwani. This looks promising. France still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Chouameni. Zaire Emery. Strokes it back.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
João Felix. Now it's Rafael Leao. Can he get it through? 75 minutes played.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Zaire Emery goes steaming forward. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Klaus proves just a little bit too strong.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's got space here. That's beautifully weighted. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, that's well spotted. That's a good run down the left. Can they find an extra gear here? Olise. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He is through here. João Neves, decent chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could well be it! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
À leur place,
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Temps additionnel,
Conte.
3 minutes.
To Guendouzi. Now that looks a decent ball. Guendouzi. Big header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Deftly away. And time is up. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Un petit message pour vous rappeler de
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. That's a little off target. Camavinga with the foul. Zaire Emery. This is promising. Real chance! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great vision. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. Tries to cross. Now it's come a decent chance! Really well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
France are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought...
Big chance! It's there! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Portugal get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Now it's Zaire Emery, and it's Doué. And here's Zaire Emery. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Camavinga! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. So, third corner of the game. Back when it goes. Picked out brilliantly. Traumeri. Iñigo made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Rafael Leao!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he...
Chance for a shot! And that was very necessary. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Thuram and Zaire Emery. A heavy challenge. And it's Tchouaméni. Klaus. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And it's Camavinga. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he's managed to get free. And that could well leave a mark. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great ball, and he's in here. And he's there to clear it. Klaus. Played back into the centre. Camavinga does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Bernardo Silva, who does have an assist to his name. He's got away. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. And it's Ruben Neves, played out wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Camavinga, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Nicely spread. He has found the way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Out of play for a throw. Bernardo Silva. Tchouaméni. Doué. Tchouaméni is fouled. That pass isn't the best. Nuno Mendes. Now he's off and running. Pinches it off him.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
It's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Ruben Neves. Cristiano Ronaldo. Digne. And he was quick to react. And that's really well manoeuvred. Zaire Emery. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
France are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. Klaus. And it's Digne. Klaus carries the ball down the right. Mendes makes the interception. Ruben Dias deals with that comfortably.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Armstrong.
And the shot! That's another chance! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Oh, that's a key interception. That's beautifully weighted. Antonio Silva. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, can he get onto this? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Turan. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
Enid is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Le numéro 24.
Great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
À leur place, le numéro 12.
Now this could be a chance.
Le numéro 11.
Rafael
Le numéro
Leao.
19. Le numéro 25. Changement.
Nuno Mendes. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's in a great position. And he shoots! It's in! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
He's found a way through. Try to spin that positively. I shot, surely! Oh, taken with style. And surely that does it. Perfect time, decisive strike. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Shoots! It's loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's following up. He's got a goal. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Very nicely done. And he's in on goal.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Dallo.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Nice sequence of passes, this. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Very much into the last knockings. Pedro Neto.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
And they've got a throw. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Joao Felix. That is lovely. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's hoisted clear. And we're done. France pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
France undoubtedly gave us the perfect example of how you start a game of football. They came out with purpose, intensity, energy. They were determined to grab the initiative, and of course were duly awarded.